changed. Let's be clear. We have not changed the principles that we set out in the manifesto.
The June 8th general election result, delivering chaos and uncertainty instead of strong and stable, not only shocked Britain's political and media establishment, but also looks like the UK economy suffered a heart attack, with confidence fast evaporating as the economy slows down, which makes a mockery of the Bank of England MPC clowns persisting in their talk of raising UK interest rates this year. And along with the evaporating economic confidence is the confidence in the UK housing market that risks bringing a 5-year housing bull market to an abrupt end. And this is even before we see the chaos that would ensue once Theresa May finally quits as Prime Minister, that risks triggering another chaos-inducing general election. My 5-year UK house prices forecast of December 2013 has now passed its 3.5-year mark that originally forecast a 55% rise from November 2013 to the end of 2018. Whilst the most recent UK average house prices data for June 2017 of £218,390 is showing a 10% deviation against my forecast trend trajectory, which if it continues to persist, then in terms of my long-term trend forecast for a 55% rise in average UK house prices by the end of 2018 would then translate into a 14% reduction in the forecast outcome to approximately a plus 41% rise by the end of 2018. And taking a closer look at the state of the UK housing market shows a fast slowdown in momentum, which even at the time the election was called was flashing a red warning sign that Theresa May's dreams of winning a massive landslide majority was unlikely to materialise, as my house prices based election forecast based on April data implied to forget about 400 plus seats for the Tories, as they would be lucky to get even 342 seats. This house prices based election forecast worsened by voting day, as data for May released on June the 7th implied a Tory outcome of just 334 seats. And now, following the release of data for June, housing market momentum has slowed further from plus 2.6% to virtually zero house price inflation, which is severe enough to have suggested that the Tories would fail to even retain their existing seats total, let alone to win a landslide election victory that the pollsters and pundits were convinced of. So house prices definitely did once more prove to be the most reliable forecaster for the outcome of the UK general election, just as they'd been for the May 2015 election. UK house prices momentum has been steadily falling since mid-2016, after having chugged nicely along 10% per annum for a good 3 years, now falling to the current low of just 0.7% after a brief rally into December 2016 towards 7%. This is a clear red warning flag that Britain's 4.5-year housing bull market is in very serious trouble and may even be ending. Thus, the 10% deviation against my 5-year forecast and the current collapse in momentum to virtually zero is prompting me to now undertake an in-depth analysis of the UK housing market to conclude in a new multi-year trend forecast that hopefully will be as accurate as my in-depth analysis and forecast of December 2013 proved to be for at least 3 full subsequent years. Therefore, ensure you are subscribed to this YouTube channel for my forthcoming 4 pieces of in-depth analysis that seek to conclude in a new multi-year trend forecast for UK house prices and US house prices. The main areas of in-depth analysis will cover such as the impact of economic austerity on the cities, which are feeling the real effect and consequences of 9 years of economic austerity, prompting house prices value destroying local council actions. Then we have the London bubble, the centre of Britain's housing market from which all UK property trends ripple out in waves of either euphoria or despair, and a reminder that I've been bearish on the prospects for London housing market for some time, as my video analysis of December 2015 illustrates. And thirdly will be my main in-depth analysis that will seek to conclude in a multi-year trend forecast for UK house prices. And lastly will be my analysis of US house prices and the trend forecast, as my last 3-year UK house prices forecast successfully concluded during early 2016, the forecast of which was in the face of overwhelming gloom and doom for the duration of the then unfolding US housing bull market, that I will now attempt to map out for a new forecast trend for another 3 years. And as for my current thoughts on the prospects for UK house prices for 2017, well, I would not be surprised if UK house prices ended the year down by between 1 and 2%, i.e. a mini bear market that could be a harbinger of far worse to come during 2018. So again, do ensure you're subscribed to my YouTube channel for these 4 forthcoming pieces of in-depth analysis and trend forecasts.